yourself is about the bigger picture. Through the lens of 5 sections, learn it, earn it, start it, spend it, and invest it, I explore not just how you spend your money, but your entire financial life. Because what's the point in trying to save if you don't have a financial dream? And what good is a decent paycheck if you loathe every minute spent earning it? We'll look beyond the reductive tales of our generation carelessly frittering away our house deposits and into the real root of our financial woes, exploring how money works now and what we can do to be good at it. Whilst covering all the essentials that we should have been taught in school, but weren't, each section will investigate the big financial challenges and opportunities we face today. From what the #RichKids of Instagram have to do with you and your money, why spending no longer means owning, how consumerism is changing our financial mindsets, and how being open about our finances could make us all richer. Rather than focusing on the small tweaks, although we'll cover those too, this book will shed light on the big changes and choices that really make a difference to your life. From how to set up a system to get you out of debt faster, to how to earn money doing something you love and take steps towards validating and starting a business. This isn't a newfangled program or scheme with an unrealistic promise of setting you up for retirement before 40. In fact, most of the advice contained in this book isn't new at all. I've simply drawn on my own experience and packaged up the tried, tested, and trusted techniques across a range of topics and interwoven them with stories about how money works today. But most importantly, this book is about you and your life. I'm not going to make any assumptions about what you do and don't spend your money on, or judgments about how you spend it. Instead, I'll help you identify what your best financial life looks like and show you how to get there. Basically, I've written the book that I've always wished existed. Who is this book for? By virtue of the fact that I am myself a 20-something, and because this book looks specifically at the opportunities and challenges facing younger generations today, it probably speaks more to a 20 or 30-something crowd. Of course, there might be themes and trends that you don't agree with or that aren't relevant to you, and that's cool. Just take what's useful and leave what isn't. I'm not a fan of generational labels such as millennial and Gen Z, but I did need some vocab to broadly describe you, my target audience. So I set on speaking about younger generations, or our generation. All this being said, most of the practical advice contained within the book is age neutral, and I hope that it might be useful to anyone of any age. Time isn't money. I'm sure Benjamin Franklin meant well when in his book, Advice to a Young Tradesman, he suggested that time is money. It's a principle that forms the cornerstone of the entire labour market. Just look at any employment contract that will detail exactly how many hours per week you'll work for X amount of cash. We even talk about money in financial terms, spending, saving, and buying it, as if it were a tradable commodity or something that can be withdrawn from an ATM. What you do with your time does affect how much money you make. Spend it well, and time can make money, just as spending it poorly can see it wasted. However, to say time is money implies that somehow they are of equal value, or that our time has a price. The reality is, time isn't an asset in the same way that money is. Whilst we kid ourselves into thinking that it's spendable, buyable, and savable, it's just not. Although money can create opportunities to spend your time differently, you can't get more of it, and most of us don't really know how much of it we have to spend. What we do know is that, in the economy of time, you're only ever getting poorer. Sorry, I know most personal finance books don't usually get so existential, but it's up from here, I promise. Understanding the difference between time and money is one of the most significant shifts we can make in our financial and working lives. When we choose to see time as infinitely valuable, we treat it like it is. We make better decisions about our time and also better decisions about our money and how we earn it. Rather than put a price on our precious hours, we choose to do things with them, not because someone is paying you enough to justify the sacrifice, but because you actually want to. You spend time because it's an investment that returns more than just cash in the bank. Changing our perspective on money and time also shifts our thinking around how we earn it and what we do with it. Typically, we see earning as a one-dimensional thing. You put in the hours.